My name is Neha Anna Pompat Sivakumar. My matrix number is AA201362. I'll be talking about the statistics of the age according to our survey, and also I'll be talking about the biggest environmental problem. First, out of the 55 respondents, the age group that is the majority to answer the survey is around 18 to 24 years old. The minority is the people who are 17 years and below. This is most likely because our survey was conducted mostly around the area of university students. However, the second highest percentage of respondents is 14.5%, which is 36 to 40-year-olds. And the rest of the second to lowest is 5.5%, which is around 25 to 30-year-olds. And the others are almost a similar amount, which is 41 to 50 years old and 51 years old and above have the same percentage of 12.7%, whereas for 31 to 35-year-olds there is a percentage of 7.3%. Next is for the statistics of the biggest environmental problem. The environmental problem listed as for choices is deforestation, air population, soil degradation, and extinction of flora and fauna. These are the top 5 environmental problems according to research, and the survey was what is the biggest environmental problem, and the majority of people answered air pollution. As you can see in the pie chart, it shows 40%, and the minority is soil degradation. It is correct that air pollution is one of the most highest biggest environmental problem in this current day. That's all from me. Thank you.
Toxic pollution is mainly because of chemical waste and leaks, illegal dumping, household and industrial site. From this checkbox question, I can see that 45 over 55 respondents know that industrial sites are probably the main cause that leads to toxic waste pollution. 41 over 55 say that toxic waste pollution occur because of illegal dumping, which is true that illegal dumping is one of the reasons why toxic waste pollution occur. Deforestation and transportation are not the main cause of toxic waste pollution, but still it is related to the pollution, and this shows that 90% of our respondents understand about our brochure. The chemicals are exposed to rain, soils, air, and our water source. When it is exposed to rain and air, it can lead to water pollution and air pollution. And from water pollution, it can spread to plant crop, which will cause soil pollution. Soil will become acidic and kill plants, and from that many will affected by the toxic material contamination that occurs. And from this bar chart, I can conclude that 50% of our respondents understand that from chemical waste it can lead to water pollution, where it will cause soils to become acidic, and many will affected by the pollution itself.
Hi, my name is Anisofia binti Muhammad Nizam. My matrix number AA201076. I will explain about the dangerous effect of toxic waste population to an ecosystem. Toxic waste has the potential to contaminate water. We can see this effect towards Kim Kim River cases where the river was once contaminated because of toxic waste that emits there. Therefore, toxins are responsible for numerous whale deaths, avian abnormalities, and disturbance in the endocrine, reproductive, neurological, and immunological system of people and wildlife. Throughout our survey using majority of the respondents are female, which is 74.5%, and another 25.5% are male. For the question related to dangerous effect of toxic waste towards ecosystem, there are 9.1% of respondents vote the sign of mutation as the dangerous effect of toxic waste towards ecosystem. 34.5% of respondents choose water pollution as the dangerous effect, and another 56.4% choose damage to animals and plants population as the dangerous effect of toxic waste in ecosystem. So we can conclude that the majorities of respondents agree that toxic waste can bring damage to animal and plants population if this toxic waste cannot be prevented. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Ain Huda binti Muhammad Nawar, matrix number AA200986. I will be presenting the effects of pollution to society based on what the respondents have replied to the Google form questions. First of all, they responded with health issues. Why health issues, you may ask? It's because the lack of food and water that are safe to consume slowly decreases, and it also increases the risk of cancer. How this happens is due to the damage to plants and animals in polluted areas. And it also promotes toxic algal blooms in drinking sources, whether for humans or for animals such as lakes and rivers. And third is air pollution. As for the indirect effects, are bad living environment for humans, animals and plants alike, increases health risks for those who have asthma and other health conditions, and also the area is no longer habitable for living organisms. Next, we have question related to respondents' opinion on the danger effects to humans and the ecosystem. So first of all, the respondents replied with global warming, health issues, and the risk of cancer. Why? It's because photosynthesis in plants are affected, and when photosynthesis are affected, the healthy air we breathe in slowly become limited, and also toxic waste and radioactive particles in the air increases. How this happens? Plants and animals die due to mutation and the toxic environment, and therefore food supply is affected. The indirect effects of global warming, health issues and risk of cancer is that it affects birth defects and miscarriages in women, and it also lowers human lifespan. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Arina binti Yahya. In this video, I will share a few informations regarding the effects of toxic waste pollution to human stated on the brochure. Firstly, exposure to such toxic waste pollution affects people of all ages. Secondly, toxic waste can irritate the skin or eyes, make breathing difficult, cause headaches and nausea, and cause other types of illness. Next, cancer, birth defects, neurological disorders, hypertension and heart disease can all be caused by toxic waste. Now I will share some results based on our online survey. Two questions related the effects of toxic waste pollution on humans stated on the Google form. A total of 55 respondents will respond on the survey. The first question is, what are the steps to overcome the effects of toxic waste pollution? As you can see, about 67.3% said that environmental education is the main step to overcome the issue, followed by 65.5% of awareness campaign and law enforcement. And lastly, 50.9% choose wastewater treatment as an alternative to overcome the pollution. Second question is, what are the effects of toxic waste pollution that people frequently experience? The results showed various answers such as water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution, health problems, loss of habitats, disaster, and some of them answered deaths. for these questions. This shows that toxic waste pollution can lead to a dangerous effects to human regardless of age and rank. That is why we as a human need to realize that toxic waste pollution has becoming more prevalent and be responsible to our nature. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi and good day, my name is Wong Jingling. For my part, it's about environmental sustainability. First, let me explain about the definition of environmental sustainability. Based on a definition given by the United Nations UN World Commission on Environment and Development, environmental sustainability is about acting in a way that ensures the future generations have the natural resources available to live an equal, if not better way of life as current generations. In simple terms, environmental sustainability is the practice of interacting with the planet responsibly. We do it to avoid depleting resources, compromising the future generations' ability to meet their daily needs. In Google Form, the question is to ask which definition do the respondent think is the best to define environmental sustainability. There are 3 options and 3 of them are free to select, as some of the respondents may think all are the best to define environmental sustainability. The highest percentage of responses is 81.8% of respondents define environmental sustainability as ensuring the future generations have the natural resources available to live an equal or better life as current generations. 47.3% of 55 respondents and 40% of them have also think that the practice of interacting with planet responsibly and avoid depleting natural resources can best define environmental sustainability. Based on the results in Google Form, it can say that the respondents has browsed the brochure and get an understanding about a topic environmental sustainability. Next, there are a few examples of environmental sustainability listed in the brochure. There are 2 primary ways to achieve environmental sustainability, which are by individuals and by corporations or the government. The question in the Google Form is more focused on the society. The question is, which action will the respondents carry out most frequently in the daily life to live more sustainably? In the Google Form, 6 options are given and respondents are free to choose any of the actions that they will carry out frequently in their daily life. Recycle and reuse the products such as paper and glass jars is the action of 81.8% of respondents will carry out most frequently in their daily life. Second frequent action that 78.2% respondents will carry out is cut down the usage of plastic and single-use products. There are 65.5% and 50.9% of respondents will turn off the light or appliances that are not in use and finish every meal or do not waste the leftover. The least frequent action that the respondents will carry out in their daily life is using less water and consuming less meat. Only 19 of 55 respondents, which is 34.5% of them, using less water, and only 10 respondents will consume less meat to live more sustainably. Based on the data collected, all the respondents are carrying out action in their daily life to live more sustainably and protect the environment. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Yashni and my metric number is AA200859. I will explain about the ways to protect our environment. There are 5 ways to prevent the environment from the pollution. First, consume less. Consumption reduction can have a significant environment impact. The 3 R's that are reduce, reuse and recycle. Second is recycle food waste with a compost pile. Food waste take up so much space in our landfills, but they can easily be put to wonderful use. Example, we can use them as fertilizer. Next, planting more trees. Trees keep in check the air and water pollution. Then, conserve water. Water conservation is a vital since we cannot survive without water. Finally, limit car use. You can substitute your car and for alternative methods such as biking, walking and public transport. In the Google form, questions related to the example of conservation were asked. About 98.2% were answered planting trees, which is the correct answer. From this question, people ever how to protect the environment. Next question that asked in Google form is related to the protect the environment. About 26 people voted consume less, 37 people voted recycle food waste with a compost pile, 30 people voted limit the car use and 32 people vote for the conserve water. So maximum people vote is recycle food waste with a compost pile. From this response, we can conclude that recycle food with a compost pile is the best way to protect the environment. That's all from me.